Episode 100.
Hunt it.
And they still suck.
This is Car Guys Talk with Andrew and Tavarish.
Hello
Episode
there.
100.
Whoa, is it? Already? Is that happening?
This is it. This is the last one.
This is the last one.
We're stopping at 100.
Before we turn into a pumpkin. Wow, that's crazy.
I'd rather turn into a pumpkin than turn into a blumpkin.
So, how you guys doing?
What's going on, guys? Car Guys Talk podcast.
Number 100. My name is Freddie Hernandez.
My name is not Freddie Hernandez.
You're Andrew.
I am Andrew. Hello.
How's your how are your finger guns doing?
Why do you keep asking me that, man? It's really weird.
It's not
It's
not
super
weird.
awkward.
It's not weird because you don't bring them up anymore, and people want to know. People want to know.
It's totes Aki's, bro.
We're gonna have T-shirts that say finger guns or Finn Gergens. You know what we should do?
I will design a Finn Gergens Motorsport T-shirt.
You should do like a Finn Gergens Rally School or something.
Yeah. I will do it.
Okay, please do. Hold him to this, okay? Commenters, we will dox him. So, take a look at your watch. It's a nice watch.
Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Da 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 da. What about it?
Yeah, it's a new watch. It's one of our sponsors, not for the podcast, but one of our videos. It's Vincero watches.
Yes.
It's pretty nice.
It's real good.
So this is the episode where we talk about you. We talk about you behind your back, and boy, have I heard some funny stuff about you and that giant mole. So
Hey, nice shoes, bro.
yeah. What are those? Remember that? Remember that meme? Yeah, bringing it back for episode 100. Yeah. So this is going to be viewer questions and answers, and we have a lot of submissions from Instagram and Facebook. We're going to get to as many as we can, the ones that are relevant, and give us those YouTube clips that give us views. This is what happens when we run out of ideas. So go ahead, Andrew. Okay, Andrew's.
I got it.
Andrew's okay.
One is this one is from Colin Smith 510.
Hi, Colin.
He says, just bought a Fiesta ST. What would a good start for mods be?
So Andrew's usual response to this is sell it, but I happen to know that he owns a Ford, and I believe the Fiesta is also made by Ford.
That is correct.
Okay, so I think that your response is not going to be to sell it.
So my response is sell it and get a Focus ST. I'm just kidding. So good mods, easy mods for Fiesta ST would, of course, be rear motor mount, intake, exhaust, downpipe, tune, and there it is.
And sell it.
And then sell it.
And then sell it and get something faster. What about something like, I would say that, however, the good first mods on any car, doesn't matter what it is, tires, brakes, and suspension.
Yeah, but he just got the thing.
Right.
So, there's no reason to replace the tires yet.
Yeah, there is, because the tires first of all, the tires are the only thing touching the ground. So the tires transform the way the car...
I don't know. When you drive a Fiesta ST, there are two other things that touch the ground.
What? Do the panels fall off?
No.
Okay. I don't understand where you're going with that. Okay?
You do understand.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I'm not a child. So
I am.
I'm 6. But I say tires. Get some, a little more sporty tires, something more aggressive, like a Firehawk Indy 500 or a Federal 595 RSR or something like that. Right?
RSRR.
RSRR.
Because they have RSR.
Because we're all pirates.
You also have the RSRR.
Yes. So you can get those, and then they'll be great, and they'll transform the way the car handles, and get some coilovers or get some better pads.
So with that car, you don't really need coilovers. The way that it's set up from the factory, the suspension, pretty awesome.
Sure, but in case you can always improve on it.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you can. You can always lowering a car.
Okay, listen.
Fixes its point of,
have you seen the stock ride height of a Fiesta ST?
Yes, and it's better if you lower it.
You don't understand. You haven't. You don't know what you're talking about.
I've driven a modified Focus Fiesta ST. Yes, I have.
The stock ride height, the tires are like millimeters from the wheel well.
Right. You want the tire into the wheel well, so it rips off your fender when you make a left turn.
I hate you so much.
No. No, what coilovers do is they give you an amount of control over. You can keep your stock ride height, but you have damping control, and you have rebound, spring preload, all that stuff. You can really get geeky with it. So I would get coilovers, brakes, and tires as a first mod. After that, you can worry about power because...
See, but here's the thing. The stuff that I mentioned, you could almost do all of it for the price of a set of coilovers.
You can't do... Okay, that's fine. But what I'm saying is...
You can't do...
Okay, so I don't think that a car with essentially economy car tires on it needs more power. I think you need to have better tires. So when you do get more power, you're going to be able to handle it.
I'm pretty sure they come with Eagle F1s.
Oh, those are not great. Those are really hard tires. Are those the F1s are the run flats, I believe?
I don't think they are.
Okay. Because I know the other, like the Corvette ones, super hard tires, and they make a lot of tire noise, and they're not great. And then when they get overloaded with heat, they're not good. Get Michelin PS4S or a Firehawk Indy 500 or the Federal RSRR. So yeah, get one of those, and that will transform your car. Okay, next question. Next question
like racing to our phone.
Yeah, next question. Paprika Prince says, if the cost to make repairs on a car are more expensive than the value of the car, is it worth just making the repairs, or are you better off just cutting your losses? Well, I mean, that depends on how much you care about the car. That depends on what the repairs are. If you can do it yourself, there's a lot left out of that question. So if it's something where, the car is relatively rare and you're not going to find another one, then yeah, you probably should repair it because, it might hold a sentimental value for you or it might hold actually some kind of monetary value. But if it's something where, let's say it's a, Honda Civic and, it's automatic and the automatic transmission goes and the shop is charging you $3,000 for a rebuild.
Go to a junkyard, spend $3, get a manual trans and swap it.
Well, sure. Or do a rotary swap, bro. I think that...
You can't use a rotary for a transmission. Can you use a rotary for a transmission?
Wait a minute, can you? I know it's magic, but is it that magic?
The cylinder motor turns the rotary motor, which turns the transmission, which turns the differential.
Yeah.
You have
a piston engine with no torque, and then it goes to a rotary with no torque.
But you have 1,000,000 horsepower.
Yes, it's 5,000 billion horsepower.
I replaced my axles with rotary motor.
It's like a Tesla, but worse.
This is literally the loudest car ever made.
Gonna turn on all my 4 rotary engines. They make peak torque at 15,000 RPM.
It's as if every bee in North America has descended upon us.
So it all depends on whether your car is valuable to you and whether you can actually do the work. But generally, I don't cut my losses. I tend to be very stubborn with this sort of thing. Like, how about you? Do you just go like, oh, well, you cut your losses. You're like the first person to cut and run.
Well, yeah, because I try to make financially sound decisions. I said try. I said try, okay? I didn't say I was good at it.
Woo! All right, okay.
Says the guy that owns 15 cars, but only 2 of them run.
Of course. No, I didn't. I would never say something that silly. I would never say something that silly. I try to make good financial decisions. Like, well, I'm a conservative investor.
It hurt to say that, I will be honest.
Okay, what's the next question?
Untitled Car Show. What engine swap should I do for my Fiero?
Oh, please. Okay. Do not say rotary. Do not say rotary.
All right.
It's like in the back of your mouth.
What about the do like a 3.6, a GM 3.6?
3.6.
Yeah, the V6, 3.6 V6.
I think you think of the 3.8.
There's also a 3.6.
Well, okay, so 3.8 is a drop-in. That is the...
that just bolts in, boopity boop?
Yeah, bolts in.
Yeah, just boopity boop.
Boopity boop. Boopity boop, it's bolted in. Boopity boop, boop, boop. So you could do the 3.8 supercharged, which came in...
The 3800.
3800. You can do like a Gen 2 or Gen 3. I believe it bolts in. It's not like... there's probably like little things that you have to do, but
like push back the firewall,
like
extend the frame, just real simple stuff.
just really like
really
just weekend
easy. Make
stuff.
entirely brand new body panels. It's just like a few days you'll have it done. Boopity boop.
Right. Boopity boop.
Boopity boop.
So that's what I would do for his Fiero. Those came with, I don't know if he has a Fiero GT or not, because GT came with like a 2.5 V6 that made no power, and then the regular one came with like a 4-cylinder that really made no power.
Yes,
and also burst into flames.
Wasn't it the Iron Duke?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Might have been the Iron Duke, like 2.3 4-cylinder that made like.
What about speaking of 2.3s, Mazda Speed 2.3 turbo?
That'd be cool.
That would be interesting.
That'd be cool. Well, I mean, the Mazda Speed 3 is basically the same block as like a Ford Focus RS. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Mazda Speed 3 is not open deck.
No, I'm saying, but it's a derivative. It's not. They're not exactly the same.
I think the only thing they have in common is it's a 2.3 liter four-cylinder.
No, but it's the same engine as in the as a Mazda Speed 6. Exact same engine.
I don't know about that.
I do. It's the same engine.
I don't know about that.
It is the same engine.
I don't know about that.
Okay, you guys in the comments, just say Andrew's wrong. That's it. So I will. So you could do that, Ike, Untitled Car Show.
EK.
Yes. Phoebus 007 says. Phoebus. I think it's pronounced Phoebus. Hello, Tavarish. Here's my issue with my 2006 Dodge Caravan. I wanted to replace my halogen headlights for LED headlights, which I already tried to install, but when I turn on the LED headlights with the engine running, only one headlight comes on. When the engine is off, both lights turn on. You also need to know that I have the day running light system, DRL, I live in Quebec, Canada, on my Dodge. Is there anything I need to do to solve this little problem? It seems like there's a grounding issue. It seems like there's a switching issue, so I would check maybe relays. A lot of times when you have these LED headlights, they're not wired correctly, and that seems like what the problem is for you. So just trace back the wires and make sure that when you do DRLs, sometimes these aren't wired for DRLs from wherever. I assume that you got them like aftermarket on Amazon or something.
Are you saying that there's a Dodge with wiring issues?
I don't think it's Dodge. I think it's a Dodge that has Chinese headlights on it, and then that has wiring issues. So. But I think it's just a switching problem. What you can do is get a multimeter and then look on your harness, the harness that you use to plug in to your headlights, and then just trace back which wires have positive 12 volts at which time. So let's say you turn on the car, which the DRL should come on. You should have positive 12 volts at one terminal, and then when you turn the lights on, you should have positive 12 volts on another terminal. Just make sure that those are getting to the right places, and then you should be good. And also make sure your grounds are good, because that could also make things a little bit weird. As I figured out with my Mercedes, my battery was low, and let's see if I can actually run this video right here of my Mercedes going kind of nuts. So my battery is a little bit on the low side, and it doesn't seem to charge very well. My charging system is fine, but my battery I think is just old. So here's this. All right, so this is new. So check that out. It's just like okay. So for those of you listening on audio, the car was basically, I turned it on and the speedometer goes to 160 to 0 to 160 to 0, and it just starts like spazzing out.
Yeah, it's flipping out.
Yeah, and it's my ABS and ESP light are on and off. So it's just like the CAN bus system was not happy because the battery is low. But I turned it on. I actually did the relearn procedure, which is turn the steering wheel all the way to the left and right and left, right, and fixed it. But I do have to fix that battery. So when are we going to get to the next question, Andrew?
I got it.
Come on.
I got it.
Come on, dude. Come on.
Jamie.xii. So my girlfriend hates her car that she's buying. It's a good deal from her grandparents. What's something she can do to like it better? It's a 2001 Toyota Avalon XL. I have experience with this exact car because it is...
I have experience with your girlfriend.
This is a car that my mom owned for 14 years.
Okay.
I don't know why your girlfriend hates that car because that's an awesome car.
That car is very good.
Yes, it's a fantastic car.
It is a Lexus with a Toyota badge on it.
Here is something you could do to enjoy it more. Change your attitude, bro. Change or have her change her attitude. Those cars are decently powerful.
Why don't you try loving somebody? Why all that?
Yeah.
You know,
Get in the pit and try to love someone.
Yeah.
That car is decently powerful, hecka smooth, plenty of space, well appointed. It's just I really enjoyed driving that car.
And it's fairly economical as well. I mean, for a car that
Who cares about economy? But like,
no one cares about that. No, it like for what it is,
it's solid.
Yeah, it'll run forever.
Yep.
So I think that was is a 3.3 liter or 3.5 liter V6 or something like that.
Yeah.
He's or it might be 3 liter, but those are great cars.
I think they look good.
Yeah, they look good.
I
They
would
age
like
well.
to. I would like to see one.
What year? What year was it?
01.
Okay, 01.
I would like to see one of those and done in like a VIP style.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Avalon XL.
XL. Okay.
That's an XLS.
That doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Same one.
Nope.
Oh, is there a difference?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and we are live.
So yeah, my mom had one just like that, the silver.
Dude, these
It's a
look
good looking
great.
car. Yep, I like that car a lot.
Yeah, they look fine. It's very Lexus-ish.
Yep.
And I wonder if it was on. I don't think it's on a platform like a.
I think it's a similar platform to the GS. I
No,
think.
no.
Oh no, this is front wheel
This
drive.
front
My
wheel
bad.
drive. But this is definitely one of their Japanese only platforms. You know, they have like the
Celsior, I believe it's called.
No, Celsior is
it's the LS.
LS400. Yeah. No. All right, take a look at that dash. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It's reminiscent kind of the Century. You know,
a little bit.
yeah, it's kind of cool. All right, okay, we're spending too much time on this. Have your girlfriend just
Wait, go back. Hold on. Type in. Just go up and just type in VIP,
okay,
and let's see if anyone's done a VIP build. With
I'm
this
sure
car.
they have. Look at that.
Yo! Oh my god!
That ain't bad.
I don't hate that at all.
That's
Well, I like the color scheme actually.
yeah, I do. The green on
Bronze-ish.
nice.
I like the bumper. I like the
That's our
bumper.
camera. That's
Wait, go
not
back to
bad.
that Camry.
No. That's no thanks. 2006. Okay,
never
that
mind,
makes a lot of
never
sense.
mind.
Okay, cool. So have your girlfriend change your attitude because that's a good car.
Yes.
The guys on the internet said that you need to change your attitude, babe.
I got another one.
Babe. I'll do it.
But I got another one though.
Okay, I have another one too. Okay. Nick AMG says I have a 2010 Mercedes CLS 550 with the M273 NA engine. What mods can I do with the E55 long tube headers fit my car? No, they would not. The E55 has a M113K engine. This is going to be a lot of alphabet soup if you guys aren't up on the Mercedes game. But
Feel free to go get a glass of water or maybe take a nap while he answers.
or you
the
could
question.
you could just turn this off, and I can actually turn off my my sound because I am completely unprofessional. So the M273 engine, I believe, is the newer V8, and the long tube headers will not fit because they are for a different car and also for a different engine. The mods that you can do, honestly, just better exhaust, and I believe that they make like a tune for it. But you're not going to get a lot for on that car. Let me just double check that this is the M273 is not the 4-liter. It's not the 4-liter twin turbo, because if it is, then there's a lot of mods that you can do to it. But I think the M273 is the
naturally aspirated.
Okay,
Ooh, it's
so
a 90-degree V8.
yeah, so it's a 5.5 liter. Yeah, it's not anything super special, but they sound good. So I would just get some mods that way, and maybe get some weight reduction. You know, those cars are very heavy, so maybe something like coilovers or something like that. there's not a ton you can do to Mercedes, other than make them look a certain way
or sell them.
No, I wouldn't sell them. Like a 2010 CLS, you could rotary swap it 100%.
There actually was a Mercedes with a rotary in it.
Oh, good.
There really was.
I don't doubt that. I'm sure that lots of people have bad ideas. So
no, it was a production car. Or no, it was a prototype car.
Right. And why didn't it make it to production?
Because Mercedes are idiots.
Because it's stupid dum-dums. Stupid dum-dum poop.
Here's one from Gavin.Keithley.
Okay.
Deciding between a Ford Fiesta ST, a Focus ST, or a WRX. What are your thoughts? Any of them but the WRX.
Why do you hate Subaru, Andrew?
I don't hate Subaru. Look,
Subaru hates me, okay? They hate the world.
Subaru, they make awesome cars, and they are very cool, and you can get a lot of power out of them. Mm-hmm. They just suck to work on. And you have 2 of everything, which means you have twice the chance of stuff failing.
What do you mean 2 of everything?
Like head gaskets.
Well, you have 2 head gaskets, sure, but you would have 2 head gaskets in a V6. It's literally the same thing. It's not that
Well, I'm
bad.
talking about like in the world of 4 cylinders.
Oh, in the world of 4 cylinders.
Yeah.
Is that a big deal? Just buying 2 small head gaskets instead of 1 big one?
You ever tried?
Yes, I've rebuilt a Subaru engine, the EJ25. Yes,
It sucks.
It's not horrible.
It sucks.
You can remove the engine in 45 minutes. It's not bad.
Well,
It's
it's
really
an
not
extra
that bad.
45 minutes to do your spark plugs.
You don't have to. That is true. The spark plugs
Sorry,
are
extra 90 minutes to do your spark plugs.
the spark plugs are that was a bad design.
Yes.
That was a bad design to have the spark plugs there.
Yes.
Or at least to have the frame rails right next to the spark plugs where you can't get them.
Yeah, but where else are you supposed to put everything?
What if? Okay,
it's a boxer motor, but we put the spark plugs in the oil pan for ease of reach.
So what if? Just hear me out on this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the boxer motor is like this, like two little. Don't read into this. So what if we just flipped it like this, and then we made it, and then we put the instead of opposing cylinders, we just put them next to each other like that, and then it was straight up and down like
so
that,
like this.
So it's a single plane, yeah. So you have 4 cylinders, just
but
up
like,
and down.
how are you supposed to get that rumble though?
You don't.
It's busy.
You don't. You know how you get that rumble? Unequal length headers. The second you get equal length headers on a Subaru, it does not sound like a Subaru anymore. It sounds like an Evo.
Yeah.
Like it just sounds like a regular 4-cylinder. My friend, he got equal length headers for his STI, and he wanted to make a lot of power. He turned on his car. He's like, "What the hell happened?"
Yes.
It's
Sounds like garbage.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no! What happened? Yeah. So that's what you. That's what you do with your Subaru. But what was the question? The question was what to get, right?
Yeah, between a Fiesta ST or a Focus ST or WRX.
I would get a Fiesta ST, honestly. You know what I've been thinking about? Just a quick
either Focus or the Fiesta. Either one of those. It's the.
I would get the Fiesta because it's a little. I actually drove Sam Crack's Fiesta ST last week.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's a fun little car.
Yeah.
What I would want to do, I've been actually researching this a little bit, just a very, very minute amount.
Okay.
Do they make like a base model hatchback Focus? They have to, right? Like a 4-door hatchback Focus. Yeah. So I would get one of those, like from Copart or just buy them and then get a crashed Focus RS and then put the drivetrain in there because the body's the same. So you have to, because I looked underneath. So I looked underneath your car because I was when you were doing your filming with Jordan,
yes.
I was taking notes of where everything was placed. The Focus RS, like the bodies on all these Foci, at least from the ST to the RS, they're the same. What's different is the fuel tank is different in the RS because it has to have the drive shafts go through, and I think that's it. I mean, the chassis pickup points and the mounting points, they all seem the same. So if you got a full drivetrain and did a full swap, like all the interior bits and all the wiring harness,
there's already someone doing an RS swap into an ST.
Yeah. So I don't know how much they have. Like I'm saying, if you had an entire car, a lot of people they just buy the engine or they try to make it work with what they have.
Well, no, they bought the entire drivetrain from the RS.
Right, but you'd still need to have the computers that handle it. You have to wire that in somehow because it's all.
You just replace the wiring.
Right, but you still need to program it with like the ECUs, and then you have to have the displays, and you have to have all that stuff.
I think displays and stuff are all the same. It's just you literally swap out the computers, put in the drivetrain components. I think you have to. I think they had to modify in the ST. They had to modify the floor pan a little bit to make room for the extra rear drivetrain accessories and stuff. I can't remember. It might be. Didn't watch the whole video, but
yeah, it could be rear like spare tire well or something like that.
No, it was something to do with I think it was something to do with like the actual where the seats are.
Okay, all right.
Basically, they had to make a trans tunnel, or not a trans, a tunnel for the driveline.
Okay,
I think I can't remember. I didn't watch the whole video.
I think it would be really cool to make a Ford Focus sleeper, just look like a rental car, and then it has RS and drift mode and all that stuff, and it has these little, you put hubcaps on it, and it looks like crap.
I hate it. I hate it.
Great, I hate it.
I hate it so much.
Why?
Because it just makes me sad.
Why would it make you sad? It's a fast car that'll perform well. You can put steel wheels on it, but you just make them wider.
Yeah.
And then that'll be I think that's a really cool thing. You can get it done relatively cheaply. You can find a crash Ford Focus RS for $10,000. You could probably find a regular Ford Focus, one with a ton of miles on it, for a few grand. So let's say you get everything done for 15. If you do everything yourself. Ford Focus RS costs $40,000. So
well, you can get them now for I think under 30.
Sure, under 30, but you're saving half off, and your car is a complete sleeper, and it'll blend in anywhere. You don't have to worry about people going, "Oh, is that an RS?" The only problem I'd see is perhaps the front air situation. You might not be able to get enough air into the into all the scoops. And
RS has pretty serious scoopage on the front.
Yeah. So I mean, you'd have to figure something out there. But I think it could there's in my big smooth brain, I think you'd be able to do
big old jelly bean brain,
big old Jello picnic brain. All right, so you is it your turn or my turn? I can't remember.
Whatever.
Okay, so I'm glad you're so enthusiastic about our view.
It's your turn.
The Conforti brothers says, "Oh, this is something that you would enjoy. If you were to buy a Ferrari for under $100,000 out of the 430 360 in California, which one would you choose and why?" I already know your answer.
California, obviously.
Right, and the California is the best Ferrari because it's named after the best state.
Yikes.
Yeah.
No, it would be the 430 for me.
I wrote an article for Haggerty, and I called California. Well, I called California the land of traffic, taxes, and THC. I like that line.
Good. I'm glad that you.
You like it. Yeah, you do 430, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think 430 is probably the best supercar deal you can get right now.
I wish I had the money for one.
So do I. I wouldn't mind getting a crashed one, like one that needs some work.
I would just want one.
I just want one of them, one of those.
One
things.
them.
One them.
I honestly, that's one of the few cars I would take with the flappy paddle gearbox.
I would do. Well, my build for that would be get a Scuderia that might need some work, and then do a manual conversion. Because I've heard that the manual on the transmission on the Scuderia is actually better than the one that's in the 430, has better synchros. So you'll have smoother shifting than even a manual 430 on a Scuderia that's been converted to manual. So that's really cool. Plus, manual Scuderia, that's the best thing ever. The car looks awesome, and also get it manual. Friggin', is that's the last V8 manual that you can get from Ferrari.
The 430?
Yeah, 458 was all flappy paddle.
Yeah.
So I mean, you couldn't get a Scuderia with manual, but you had to get a 430. Wow, I'm surprised that they don't go for crazy astronomical numbers.
The manual 430s are expensive.
They're not that expensive though. They're not super expensive.
They're over $200,000.
$200,000
for a manual.
I thought it was like 150 or 160 or something.
For a really good shape.
Yeah, well, I mean,
flappy paddle F430.
You know what's gone crazy? I was looking at Diablos the other day.
Oh, the huge, insane prices.
So I'll just show you.
I'll show you.
I'll show you. I'm not afraid of you anymore. Not afraid.
This is not my final form.
Okay.
Why do I sound like Zoidberg? This is not my final form.
Okay. So a lot of you guys, you guys go price plus shipping lowest first. I always go highest first.
First?
No, the reason why is not because I'm like money bags that I can afford anything. It's like
you can skip past the ones that have
exactly.
Like
you can skip past
shipping prices.
Right, and then you skip past like
this car is $3.
Yeah,
$90,000 in shipping.
Right. So let's go here. Check this out.
Good night.
So this has 746 miles on it, and it's $698,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So Rob Dahm has this almost exact car. He just has it in yellow.
In yeller.
Mm-hmm. And it's a nice car, I guess, but for $700,000, I feel like I can spend my money elsewhere.
Yep.
But this would be
on like 3 Mercies.
Well, I can spend on what I got it for
almost
10 Mercies.
Almost 10.
Yeah.
Like 7.
But it's insane. So there's another one. It's a 98, and it has 3,512 miles, and it's for $529,900.
Why?
They're just going up.
Why?
Well, this is the earlier SV. So I think that's 5.7 liter. And then
yeah, but why?
Because it's a manual. A lot of people wanted these cars when they were kids, and now they're like, oh, I made some money, I can afford them, and then they start driving the prices up. And these are relatively low miles cars. I mean, it's a 99, so this is a car that's 20 something years old. And same here. This is actually $200,000. I guarantee he'll take less than this. But right now, if you wanted to get like a really, really early Diablo that needed some work, that's a lot cheaper. There was one that went on Bring a Trailer for like $100,000.
Wow.
Like 108 or something, which is that's a good value.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though those are basically kit cars.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, they are.
They're really bad.
Yes.
Yeah, those went up like crazy. So what's our next question there, Mr. Andrew?
I was too busy talking. Give me a sec.
What's our next question there, Andrew? Okay, Jackson Croydon says, I bought a 2006 Dodge Charger RT, and the next day the engine blew up.
A Dodge?
What?
That's unreliable?
No!
No way.
No! Yeah. The Mark
That's
Wahlberg.
crazy.
No.
I've never heard of such a thing. Why did I not know that I could do a decent Zoidberg?
You learn a lot of things about yourself. Like you could do a Kermit the Frog, you could do a Zoidberg. I feel like, and just listen to me here. I feel like you could be a voice actor. The dog snoring. Okay. So Jackson says, however, I got away with a brand new engine and all the fluids for around $3,000.
That's not
Cool.
a question. Great job picking that one.
Okay. Okay, DP Mustang A24 says, how can I justify the cost of modifying my car? I have a lot of things I would love to do to my car, but I'll never get that money back. That's actually a very good question. And the way you justify the cost is you don't.
Here's the thing. You spend a lot of money on your car,
Yeah.
and you don't get that money back.
Right.
Because you sell the parts or it decreases the value of the car because it's modified, blah, blah, blah.
At the best, it does. It just stays, stagnant.
You spend a bunch of money on food, and then you just poop it out.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You don't need car modifications to live. You need food to live.
That's beside the point. I'm just trying to make a point here, man. Don't
ruin
my point. I know you need food to live and blah, 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 blah.
Right, but it's a necessity.
Right, but you just turn all that money into poop.
You don't turn money into poop. You turn food into poop.
But I'm saying the chain of
Andrew, your analogy does not work.
It does.
No, it doesn't. Because
stop buying food and start buying car parts. That's basically the point I'm trying to make here. You spend so much money on food, you don't have to spend any money on food.
So, I mean,
you can just eat.
We've all been in the situation.
Become an oxygenarian.
Yes.
And just consume air.
Yes. I think it's breatharian.
I thought it was oxygenarian.
Maybe.
Either way.
Yeah, either way. Live off the rays of the sun, everyone.
Photosynthesize.
And
become more money on car
become
parts.
Beautiful tree. So we've all been in the situation where, you don't have a lot of money, but you're like, I gotta get this car part. So somebody on Facebook Marketplace is selling this thing for $100 and it's like $500. So, it's one of those things where it's a hobby. These cars are
It's
essentially
not a hobby, dude.
It's a way of
lifestyle.
life. Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
I don't got family. I don't got friends. I got family.
What if that was in the movie? He just like stumbled over his lines and they just kept it in
I
there.
don't got family. I don't got friends. I got family.
I got
family.
I got family. What if he says, I got family, and he holds up a Fram oil filter? And then the movie ends like, wait, what?
It's Frampa.
Yeah.
I love how they like made those commercials like Fram's the best thing ever. It's literally the worst oil filter you could possibly
horrible oil
buy.
filters. So back to the question. It's it has to be an emotional decision for you to buy any sort of car parts or modification, because you're modifying a car for your tastes. You're modifying a car to make it, drive better or look better or just reflect something about you. I don't think that you should modify a car for the next person, because that's a really dumb thing to do.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. But
That's what people I love the comments on Art of the Flip where like, why did you undo all those mods? I liked it the way it was. Like they don't understand.
I'm not going to buy this car, but I like them.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Cool.
great. So put them on your car.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got the parts for sale.
I don't want to buy those. Those are expensive.
All right.
All right, cool. I just think that you have to not see it as a investment in any way.
Yep. Just you see it as you turning that money into poop.
Yeah.
But you can sell your poop in that you can do
Japan,
a part out.
In Japan.
You can do a part out.
It's illegal.
And make a little bit of money back.
That's illegal.
So you kind of get you kind of turn poop back into money.
That's that analogy worked perfectly.
Thanks for watching Car Guys Talk.
Okay.
With all this beautiful life advice.
Yeah, you got one more question.
Yeah. All right. Patrick Hanover, thoughts on the Mark 7 GTI with the DSG? Thinking of buying one, and I want the dual clutch since my other half can't drive manual. I currently have a B5.5 4Motion Passat, and am fully familiar with the surface carrier position. I know you hate it. Well, I'm hoping that if you buy a Mark 7 GTI, you won't have to fix anything on it for a long time.
Well, they're not. Here's the thing: the newer Volkswagens are better.
Yes, they are.
Than the older, like made in Mexico ones. Even though a lot of them were made in Mexico, the better marks like the GTIs and stuff, they tend to be made in Germany. All that stuff. The DSG is great. I love the DSG in the new. Have you driven one?
A brand new one?
Yeah.
No.
Or like a newer one.
Nope.
Have you ever driven a DSG?
Yes.
Okay.
It was an earlier one though.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're all pretty much the same. They just have like different calibrations, but it's a very responsive transmission. You can use it every day. It's a little bit better. I mean, it's obviously better than a single clutch or whatever.
Of course.
But it still feels a little, there's that little unrefined aspect to it. It's a little bit motorsporty, if that makes sense. People think of automatics as just put it in drive and then you go, and it's just a car. It creeps forward when you let off the brake. But this, it's like you let off the brake, doesn't creep forward right away. It has to be like it just kind of it does something.
Are you gonna creep forward? Okay.
No, it's like you have to wait for it a little bit, but it's not inconvenient. Like with a single clutch, it's just like there's a bunch of clutch smoke and it's horrible. But this, when you want to shift really fast, you just pull the paddle and it's great.
I love the way the Mark 7s look.
Yeah,
they are great looking cars.
So I'll pull that up. Mark 7 GTI, right?
Yeah.
MK7 GTI.
GT.
So these are the newest ones, I believe.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so
it's a nice little rocker.
It is a good looking car.
Yes, it is.
What I like is that Volkswagen, they do evolve their design language, but it still is very much it looks. You can tell that this is a GTI. You can tell this is a Golf GTI.
Yes.
The lineage is there, but like with a Porsche, they're like, we'll just make the same car. The car is just exactly the same. But what about this? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You don't like the. So as a GTI, I'm a little on the stupid side. Are they all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive?
As far as I know, they're front-wheel drive. To get all-wheel drive, you need to get the R, Golf R.
Okay, so what I like is fender flares and wide rear tires on a front-wheel drive car. That's what I love.
Well, you got to up the rolling resistance, dude.
Of course, and also a spoiler on the back of a. Well, you had a spoiler on the back of your front-wheel drive car, right? And a wing riser because you need more downforce on the.
No, it's because I was modifying the car to my taste.
Right,
which is literally what you just said a few minutes ago.
Sure,
so,
but
are you going to go back on that? So go ahead.
I'm not going back on that. I'm just saying that your modifications don't make any sense.
It's fine.
I can make fun of modifications. That's fine. It's no problem.
Right.
No problem. No problem.
Right.
You don't like all the stuff I do to my cars.
That is correct.
Yeah, but just it's just you're wrong on everything.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Well, all right.
Okay, so let's do a few more and then. Okay. So we've done a lot of these questions, like what mods would you recommend for a teenager who got his first car? Just look at basically any of our podcasts. We go over this in a lot of
just literally every episode.
Yeah. What's the first car you should get? What mods would you get? Like 350Z and get an exhaust. Like basically, 350Z and learn to drive it. That's it.
Here's one from Eduardo Pacera. Do you think modding a classic car is ruining it? I straight piped my 84 Audi Quattro, and it sounds really nasty now. My next mod will be a tune. No, I think that's awesome.
When he says nasty, does he mean nasty good or nasty bad? I'm guessing nasty good.
Yeah.
Audi Quattro. So does he have like a Quattro UR?
Just says Audi Quattro.
So it might be, what year was it?
84.
84. So yeah, it might be like the nice one. It might be the good one.
I say, again, do whatever you want, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, and whatever makes the neighbors pissed off.
Dude, whatever gets you the loudest backfire, do it.
Whatever gets you the sickest burnies, bro. Sickest burnies.
I can't let it is. I'm sick of some fat burners, bro.
Okay. Kronk Supra says, I have a 1979 Toyota Celica Supra and was wondering if a Lexus 1UZ V8 swap would work/fit and what kind of price am I looking at for that swap? It all depends on if you're doing it yourself. Yes, the 1UZ V8 swap would fit. I believe that car came with a 1979, so some derivative of the M series engine, like not a 5M, but something. It might be a 5M. But those are the engine bay can definitely handle it because you have a inline 6 in there now. But you'd have to do all the wiring and all that stuff. I think you're probably into it $5,000, something like that. If you're not doing the work yourself, probably a little more. But
more.
Yeah, like consider. I'm not sure what the Celica Supra community looks like. If there's any conversion parts. But you might have to make your own motor mounts, make your own transmission mounts, drive shaft, wiring, gauge cluster, that sort of thing. And then then the car should be pretty sorted. Those engines make a decent amount of power. I have one, has a few miles on it, but we'll see how much power it makes. Apparently, I've figured out that the Lexus 1UZ engine can, even with when it has a lot of miles, it can handle like 800 horsepower. All day, no problem. Like not like it'll hit it once. Like it'll do it all day, every day.
Wow,
which is insane.
That is wild.
Yeah. So
you should put that motor into your Supra.
I should put that motor into my Supra. There actually are a lot of 1UZ builds and Supras, and what they do is they have like small twin turbos, and they build the engines out, and they sound amazing. But I don't know. I think a Supra needs a 2JZ. I think it.
I mean. Or you could do the 1UZ swap.
Or you could rotary swap it.
See, now we've reversed roles. You're always the one that's going to say it now.
Yeah, because I know you're thinking it, and then you're like, oh,
I'm not though. I was literally not even thinking about it.
Rotary swap Supras, everyone. That's what we're gonna do. Everyone needs to do that.
Soup Rotaria.
Soup Rotaria. That's
the
rotary soup.
The Rotarupa.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I like taking questions.
Hey, that was our 100th episode.
Woo! You can do lots.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends. Thanks for watching, guys.
You can you can contact us at iwrencheveryday@gmail.com or carguystalk@gmail.com. And follow us at wrencheveryday on Instagram. That's our social media. And we have a Patreon. All this stuff costs money to do. And when I say cost money, it costs me money to do. And every little bit helps because it costs a lot of money to do. So you can do that. So until next time, this is me, Tavarish, for Andrew Howell, reminding you guys, as always, to
wrench every day.
Wow. Is that what we're supposed to do?
I mean, I just said the name of the channel.
Oh. Do you know what's going on?
Hello?